Nah, no way, man. I am telling you, my fan base is way better than your fan base. They are completely poggers. They're just incredible. I'm telling you, man, these guys are as based as it gets. What do you mean I'm using that wrong? No, I keep up with the memes. I'm not a boomer. What are you talking about? Howdy ho, buckaroos, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a quick look, or a very long look, should I say, of the gecko breeding room. Now I have worked quite tirelessly and very effortful in order to make this gecko room come to life. With geckos, no problem. With a full count of somewhere around 60 to 70 geckos in there, including babies, grow-outs, gargoyles, chihuahuas, day geckos, all good stuff. You get to see it here. Let's talk about it. Right before we dive into the gecko breeding room, let's talk about our quick sponsor today, and that's going to be me. Yes, dear boys and girls, I am the sponsor, and the sponsorship today is a merch drop. Now let's just take a look at this rad merch. Is it sexual? Fuck! Today we are unveiling the brand new merch, and well, hang on, this isn't the new merch. Give me 1 second, guys. I just gotta give you a quick... Here we are, the brand new merch. In commemorance of our brand new gecko breeding room and the majority of geckos, somewhere around 90%, we've got the Oops All Gecko line of merch. Very nice, very comfortable. It's got the little logo in the back, very cool. But hey man, if geckos aren't your thing, I guess we can go to the next one, which is going to be... Whoa! Then we've got the Baby Yoshi merch. Baby Yoshi the Chameleon, of course, the guy that's sitting right there. I wanted to give him his own little merch line, so we got the Baby Yoshi. Of course, in the Yoshi egg, eating the fly, always good stuff. You gotta love it. Well, what was that? You also don't think chameleons are cool? Hey, I got one more for you, one more. Hang on, let's just... Man, these edit things are gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna be like really cool, or it's gonna look really dumb and cringy, and I really just hope it's the former, not the latter. Oh, and then lastly, the Hobbszilla merch. Of course, Hobbsy is like our little mini Godzilla, and we wanted to make a merch line just for that. We got a couple of great merch lines going on right now. You can find that right down there. I'm gonna have a little storefront on Teespring. You can find all of those. They come in multiple stuff, sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeve, V-necks, regular casual, the comfort little tee. There's a bunch of different stuff. Go check it out. I'd really appreciate it. Now let's check out the gecko room. Okay, all you cool cats and kittens. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, don't sue, please don't sue me. As you can see, we have a lot to talk about over here. This room has definitely changed a lot. We've got a lot going on. Let's take it just one step at a time. So number one, you guys are pretty familiar with this shelf. This is the brand new gecko shelf, and really what kick-started my idea of just making this room as really pretty and beautiful as the other room is that we were just in. Now, of course, if we go down this row, we got the chihuahuas, the day geckos, everything. Right here, of course, is our pair of Chihuahua geckos. Absolutely fantastic. I am in love with these guys. I really did not think I would ever be able to get Chihuahuas, you know, with the exact price that they are. They're a very expensive gecko, especially for like, you know, the New Caledonian species. You don't really think that, you know, you're gonna be able to afford this $800 gecko one day, and here we are, having giant, expensive geckos. Only one more step to climb on this ladder, and that's going to the Leachianis. We'll get to that very soon, maybe next year, maybe the year after, but right now, I'm just happy enough having these big, mossy geckos. Of course, we have a barrage of different gay geckos, these being the Madagascan giant day geckos, these being the standing eye. One quick thing, we are going to make one quick change to this area. So this one, all these guys, this trio of standing eyes, they're actually going to move. We're going to move this baby rack, and these guys are actually going to be in an 18 by 18 by 36, and we'll be transferring the Madagascan giant days into an 18 by 18 by 24. I just feel like the 12 by 12 by 18 ain't big enough for them. Definitely not. We've been waiting for these temporary, the PVC setups. However, they're taking a little bit long. I want to get them into something a little bit bigger right now. now, so we'll be making that move probably sometime this week. So we will have one slight change to this room, and I think that's about going to cover it. Then going down here, we have our absolutely fantastic Madagascan Giants. They're actually the Crimson lines of day geckos. So with these guys, the main difference between the Madagascan Giant and the Crimson line is going to be the tiger stripes, the red stripes that these guys seem to have. The Crimson line is really going to blow that out. They're going to be way bigger, way more noticeable, and all in all, just cooler. They're going to be amazing. They're really fantastic. Seeing the difference between the Giant Days and the Crimson lines is definitely an incredible thing. Now, unfortunately, with one of our guys, he did end up dropping his tail when we moved him from one enclosure to the other. You can see it's growing back perfectly fine, and I've had no problem with this pair. This pair has been absolutely fantastic for me. Eating like champs, growing like a weed, just some awesome geckos. Seriously, guys, like, you know, there's a stereotype about day geckos being like awful, skittish little things. I absolutely love every type of day gecko I have here. They are fantastic. Can't wait to work with more of them and eventually breed these guys and get some babies of my very own. Coming back on over here, we've got all the... Oh, I'm sorry, what's that? Oh, you don't have a giant poster of you and your partner in Skyrim attire hanged on your reptile room? Ugh, cringe. Yes, folks, the Tokay geckos have finally made their way back to the home. Now, this is probably the hardest part of the new Gecko Room renovation. God, was it difficult getting all these enclosures from the building all the way back to here. And we do have one different thing that we're especially doing with these geckos, and that's going to be providing UVB. We've got a 48-inch over here for all of the females, and then a 36-inch for some of the babies and our more expensive rare morphs. That being, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about these geckos. So right here on top, we've got the little oddball baby. These oddball babies, I don't know what's been going on with them. They're just not doing that well. Of course, we had the one pass not too long ago. This one's also not doing too well. I don't know why. We've got 4 babies down there that we'll talk about a little bit later that are absolutely fantastic. This one, it's just not doing well. Out of the egg, he hasn't been doing that well, and it's a big bummer. Of course, an oddball to granite morph or pairing, it was really something I was super excited for, and just seeing him just not be able to thrive is just a really big bummer at the end of the day. Then coming on down, let's talk a little bit about these females. So we have 1, 2, 3 normal females, and of course oddball going on here, all getting that nice T5 linear UV, and I can already tell the difference between providing UVB for my Tokay geckos versus not. Number one, they're out a lot more. We've got this one right here. If you go and take a little peek out in there, we've got that one chilling. These guys absolutely love basking in UVB, and they're already, I can already see the size of them getting bigger. Now, I don't know what the difference is. Maybe the ambient temps are actually too hot going into that constant 85 degrees. Maybe this 76, 77 with a basking point of that T5 UVB is what they needed. I don't know. But in just a short time, about, I believe they've been in here for maybe a week or so now, they've already gotten bigger. They've already filled out more, and I am just very excited for this year's Tokay gecko pairing, because I think we're going to end up with a lot of eggs and definitely not a repeat of what's been going on last year. And coming on down, we got some more stuff to talk about. Right over there. Get a bird, they said. It's fun, they said. Oh, having a macaw is so fucking fantastic. Oh. Now I made the lens foggy. Great. Over there we've got Big Red, one of my largest male normal Tokays, who's actually one of the first males that ever produced Tokay geckos for me. He's got a special place right here in this big 2-foot tall enclosure. Eventually we are actually going to be switching all of the males. We've got some PVC on the way, so there's going to be one there, and there's going to be a little layer on top. So we'll have 4 cages right here for all the males, and the females will stick in these glass exoterras or aquariums. That's about the route that I'm going for. But then on the bottom part of this shelf right here, we have what I like to call the cool kids club as far as the Tokay geckos go. Okay, little Jimmy, if you look real close now, you'll be able to see one of the cool kids right there. Yes sirree, folks, that is what we like to call a baby Tokay gecko. We've got all of the babies that we produced for 2022, which is a very, very low number, and a number I did not think that we would ever get that low. There are currently 4 little CBB babies going on in here, and then we've got 3 normals and then 1 reduced pattern. Now, 2022, I'm looking at producing 20 to 30 Tokay geckos. This year, I produced 4. Very bad year, definitely don't want to repeat. I can tell it's already changing with adding UVB and putting them into this room where I can take a little bit more dedicated time for them, care for them, things of that nature. But yeah, awesome babies. The CBB babies are for sale, by the way, if you guys want them. They're just $200 plus shipping. Right now we are in winter hold, but you can put a deposit on them until weather ships up or weather warms up a little more. But yeah, some awesome little normal Tokay babies. I am holding on to the reduced for now. Hold your horses. Maybe it'll become available, maybe he won't. Guess you'll have to subscribe to find out. Here we got what I like to call the rare boys. Number 2 in this 12 by 12 by 18 is going to be Super Red, my just absolutely incredible and very, very expensive Tokay gecko. This is the most expensive gecko in my entire collection. I absolutely adore her. She is getting quite big at this point. Almost a subadult to adult size. We are going to be holding her back in 2022 for 2023 pairing. This gecko is just, it costs too much money to try to make a mistake or try to rush it, you know. She could potentially breed this year, but you know what? I don't want to push my luck. Don't want to push it whatsoever. We'll give her another year to grow out, get a little bit bigger, just a itty bitty bit bigger. I want a jumbo sized gecko before I attempt breeding her. It's too much on the line to make any mistakes, so she won't be breeding this year. However, we have this absolutely fantastic granite male that will be breeding this year. Now, the thing with the granite males and with the granite pairings that happen with it, I don't want to sell any of the babies because they take months to years to potentially show some sort of visual for the granite mutation. So for that reason, I think I am going to be attempting another granite to oddball pairing, just because obviously I'm not going to hold back or sell out the oddball babies, so it's kind of like a win-win. I hold back the granites to see if they transform into granites, and I also move with the oddball babies to see if I can produce more oddball babies, more visual oddballs, that kind of thing. So if you wanted granites, I'm not the guy to go to. Look on Morph Market, because I think I saw someone selling hets. And the last boy right down here is going to be in that 12 by 12. That is going to be Pumpkinhead, my little weird boy that I produced a couple years back. Really muted body pattern with a very vibrant head pattern, hence the name Pumpkinhead. He has like all these orange spots on his head. However, he has a very muted, almost reduced-like body. So we're going to hold him back. I might pair him to a normal either this year or next year just to see what he pops out. If it's just normals, I don't know. Maybe he produces some, maybe it's just like a weird reduced pattern and he's going to pop up reduced. Who knows? It's always fun to experiment, and we are going to be doing that this year. So as you can see here, we have a lot of New Caledonian geckos, that being gargoyles and crested geckos. This is going to be my crested gecko breeder shelf. We have all of my breeders going on right here. Starting from the top, we've got Spice, my big old Super Dow male. Spice is an absolutely fantastic Tiber Super Dow that produces some amazing babies. He's of course going to be in the pairings next year or this season. It's going to be awesome. Right next to him, we actually have Galaxy. Galaxy is one of my 2019 holdbacks, I believe. Galaxy is absolutely fantastic. At the time, she was my best produced gecko. Absolutely amazing. I was blown away by her. But and we'll show these geckos a little bit later in the video, with the holdbacks I have this year, it makes her look like just a regular old doll. Like, the stuff I produced this year is absolutely incredible, comparatively speaking. I cannot wait for those guys to grow up, because my god, when these Dalmatians are adults, the chef kiss. It's fantastic. 5 stars, 10 out of 10, would recommend, but you can't get them because obviously they're holdbacks. So we got a couple stuff going on here. Right down here we got the gargoyles, this being a yellow striped female that unfortunately did not produce us, or did not give us babies that year. I guess we got her a little bit, it was a little bit later in the season. She didn't feel like getting babies to me, so no eggs from her. Hopefully 2022 turns that around. Right over here we got a fantastic expo pickup, that being the red-based, red-striped gargoyle gal. Now, I'm not too sure if she's going to be breeding this year. She's still a little bit on the skinny side. I believe she's at like, I want to say, last time I weighed her was a couple weeks ago. I think she was at like 30 grams. She might not breed this year. She might breed this year. I don't know. I don't really have a nice male for her. If I can get a loan from someone with a nice male, maybe I'll go for it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Then coming down, oh, these knees. Coming down right over here, we've got some fantastic, more super Dow gals, that being Xena and Cookie. Xena was my original, even before DBCB Exotics, when I wanted to produce Crested Gecko babies. Xena was #1, baby. It was Xena and Pebbles. They were my first ever Crested Geckos when I only had like 5 animals instead of the around 200 that I own today. Xena is absolutely awesome. She went through a little bit of a crash with the egg. She's a little bit skinny, weighing roughly around 30 grams right now, so obviously she's not going next year. We're holding her off. We're giving her plenty of crickets with dusted calcium, plenty of the growth and breeder, food formula to get her back on track, bulk her up a little bit, but we are cooling Xena off for next season. But Cookie, my all-star big spotty gal, she of course is going, and then for tagging her in, we are going to be doing Pebbles. Pebbles is an awesome girl, very chunky gecko, one of the chunkiest geckos you will ever see in your life. Jesus Christ, she is a unit, and we're going to use that unit to our advantage, folks. She's going to be an awesome breeder, and I cannot imagine her producing anything less than 27 eggs because she is a giant. Then right next to her, we got Almo. Almo was the first crested gecko I ever owned, the second reptile I have ever owned. Really good special place in my heart with Almo. Right now, he is chilling in a bin. I want to move him into a little bioactive vivarium when we end up moving to North Carolina, but for right now, he is going to stick in that bin just for space reasons. We're running out of space here. I mean, obviously, you take a look at everything we got going on. Don't let the wide angle lens fool you. It's getting a little bit full in here. But yeah, he'll stay in the bin for a little bit longer. But then next year, man, we're gonna give him a nice rad, maybe PVC or a nice Exoterra, fully planted, bioactive. He's gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome. Then if we just, oh, Jesus. Well, I guess we'll talk about the sulcata tortoise, our little tort boy. Let's get him out. Let's get out. Mr. Wilson, you're needed on set. Mr. Wilson, come here, my little buddy boy. Now this is Wilson the sulcata tortoise, and just look at how grumpy that face is. Absolutely fantastic. We absolutely love Wilson over here. It's a little bit too cold. We had him in the living room because we like to hang out with him. However, it's a little bit too cold in the living room, and so we wanted to put him in this nice, warm, toasty reptile room because obviously sulcata tortoises, being somewhat of a desert tortoise, they like it hot. They like it real hot, and the humidity's good in here, the hotness is good in here, and he is just one happy boy. He's been eating a lot more and coming out a lot more since we moved him in this room. I believed it was the right call. And now whenever I enter the reptile room, I get to see that stupid face. Look at that thing. Absolutely ridiculous. Who made you? God, you're cute. I love this thing. I can't wait till he's a giant. Of course, North Carolina, man, we are gonna have him in a absolutely ridiculous giant setup. He's gonna make giant burrows. We might have vlogs where we actually like explore into sulcata tortoise burrows, things like that. It's gonna be awesome. Obviously, that's like a decade away. They take a long time to grow into that giant size, but we'll have been having Wilson here ever since then. He's an awesome little dude. He's gonna be a big dude. What more can you ask? Now, do you really want me to talk about every single gecko here? There's like 27 baby crested geckos. What I can tell you, we'll do a quick little montage. We do everything on this side, and over is for sale, and this side is holdbacks. Those are holdbacks. Those are some grow outs, and then we've got our little roach bin up there. But here's a quick gecko montage for you. I'm not going to talk about all these 20 geckos. Go montage! Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get on down here. Only a few more geckos to talk about. Over here, we've got our big old male gargoyle gecko. This is a brown and orange striped gecko. Honestly, we might be selling this guy in 2022. We've got another surprise coming for you guys later this year that I'm just waiting to get shipped because weather temps are a little bit too cool. It'll actually be the last gecko we ever purchased in 2022, or I guess gecko that gets shipped here in 2022. But this guy might become available. I really just don't have anything for him. I mean, he's a really cool dude. He looks awesome, but we got a red-based red striped gal and a yellow striped gal, so it just doesn't really make much sense in this project. So this guy might become available soon. Down here, we've got Spots. Spots is my male Dalmatian crested gecko. He goes great with Cookie, produces fantastic eggs. Obviously, it's going to be the pairing this year as well. You can't beat Spots. Spots is an overall just really good super Dal male. He's moving, guys. This is the excitement part. Go, Wilson, go. Go, Wilson, go. Go, Wilson. He can do it, guys. He can do it. He's just a little bit camera shy. Just give him a second, guys. Also, it's first thing in the morning. I haven't changed the water dish. Don't judge me too harshly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. This is what I live for. This is what I live for right now. He can do it, guys. He can do it. Chant it with me. Wilson in the comments. We need a Wilson in the comment section in order to get this guy to go over. And like the video too. Like that. Jesus Christ. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? Oh, he's almost there. Almost there. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a viral video. This is absolutely a viral video right now. Oh, almost. Almost. Oh. Oh god, he sees us filming. You see he's doing like the side eye. He's gotta get that little leg up there. And absolutely fantastic. Big round of applause for Wilson, folks. He did the best thing he could do, which is being a tortoise, and he's absolutely fantastic. Oh, back for more? Fantastic. Let me just do this real quick. Over here, we also have the cave geckos. Now, these cave geckos are absolutely fantastic. We've got the pair going on in here. We've got baby number 1, and then a trio of babies I got from Richie, aka the Gecko King. Absolutely fantastic cave geckos, including a citrus line that he produced himself. Those things are fantastic. Well, he produced all of them himself. That was a silly thing to say. That thing is absolutely blown away. Cannot wait till that thing grows up and see what it looks like as an adult. But all of these cave geckos are fantastic. I love cave geckos. Let's move on to the last part of the reptile room. Oh, I made the lens foggy. Great. It's going to be my little male geckos. Right now, they are chilling in bins. We've got this gal right here who I'm actually going to be swapping the granite and the female, so the female's getting some more UVB. But then we just got some 2 males chilling in, I believe they're 60 quart bins. They are going to be moved into those PVCs we talked about a little bit earlier. I'm literally just waiting for them to get shipped over here. Hopefully it's not too much longer, but PVC shipping, man, it's just a big pain in the batukus. Up top, we've got the Green Galaxy, and then on the bottom, we've got the Reduced. Both of those males will be pairing, and we will have babies available in 2022. We're just going to recycle them, so we'll have, like, Reduced pairing, Green Galaxy, and then Reduced, and then Green Galaxy. So, really awesome stuff. I'm really excited for it. And, yeah, I'm just really hoping for a good Tokay Gecko year, because the last Tokay Gecko year was, less than desirable. We'll leave it at that. There you have it, gamers. We did... Oh, God, the knees. The knees. Oh, did you hear the cracks? You gotta hear the cracks. We did it, folks. We showed you guys all of the geckos. Woo! Now, I hope you enjoyed this very exciting thing, and I hope you liked my Christmas present. Thanks, Renee. I really like it. Now, if you guys want to check me out a couple more places, you can find me over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Of course, not to mention, lastly, but we're going to mention it anyway, patreon.com. It's patreon.com/DBCBExotics. This is where you get the up-to-date updates on everything that's going on behind the scenes in my behind-the-scenes business. DBCB Exotics includes a plethora of projects we got going on, like, well... all that stuff we've got going on right now. You get first look at the animals we produce, first look at new projects going in, behind the scenes videos, there's even tiers to get discounts on the babies I produce, and so much more. You gotta love it, you gotta want it, you gotta need it. The cold may be getting to me just a little bit. But anyway, speaking of Patreon, we got a huge shout out to a bunch of you guys. You guys really must like Patreon. I really like, I enjoy that you guys are doing it. A huge shout out to, we got a lot of people. We got Michael Myers Jr., Daniel Zamora, huge shout out to Amanda Lane doing our highest tier Patreon. Awesome stuff, guys. I really appreciate all you guys joining Patreon. It's really nice stuff. There's cool stuff there, and now you guys get to see it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Here's a... And once again, thank you all you beautiful ladies and gals for joining us on another day of DBCB Exotics. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to follow us over here. Of course, as always, we'll probably make another video, or maybe we won't. You'll have to find out. Maybe press the subscribe button or click on a video. Who knows? Goodbye! Is this seriously what I do now, man? Like, have I just lost all sense of morality and, like, pride that I do this for a living? It's not even that much money. It's not. It's scrapes. Pennies. All this just for pennies. No, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I just... Oh!